I don't care if the team gets mad at me.
Shohei Ohtani is now the face of Major League Baseball. And yet, there was a rookie pitcher who dared to storm into the opposing team's locker room right after a crushing loss, just to meet him. What happened next was something no one could have expected. What kind of unbelievable, almost unreal act of class did Ohtani show at that moment?
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe.
Completely obsessed with Ohtani and totally losing it.
Fresh off winning the championship and being named MVP. And the one who charged in without permission was a young monster who had just battled him in the same series. The Milwaukee Brewers' pride, rookie pitcher Jacob Misiorowski, standing 6 feet 7 inches and weighing just 196 pounds, this tall, lean right-hander fires fastballs up to 104 miles per hour, making him one of the most talked-about rookies in baseball right now. Misiorowski has admired Shohei Ohtani since his school days. Before turning pro, he even had experience playing as a two-way player himself. And from the player he had looked up to for so long, Misiorowski would receive what he later described as one of the most emotionally powerful moments of his life. That day marked his first ever matchup against Ohtani, and it started in the worst possible way. He gave up a leadoff home run to him. After that, though, Misiorowski settled in, overpowering the rest of the lineup with pure velocity, and the Brewers went on to defeat the Dodgers 3-1. The Dodgers were in the middle of a losing streak, and the atmosphere around the team was so tense that even reporters hesitated to step inside. The mood was heavy, hostile, and honestly, about as bad as it could get. And that's when Misiorowski did something completely unthinkable. Right after the loss, he walked straight into the Dodgers locker room on the road without any permission. Normally, an opposing player showing up uninvited in the locker room right after a game is absolutely unheard of. It's a direct violation of one of baseball's strongest unwritten rules. As expected, staff members around him tried to stop him, saying, "Now's not the time." But Misiorowski replied, "I'm sorry. There's something I absolutely have to ask." And with that, he stepped through the heavy door. What he was doing went completely against MLB common sense. A move so risky, it could have affected not just his baseball career, but even his future contract. Still, Misiorowski had a reason he simply could not give up. Inside the dead-silent locker room, there was only one place he headed. Shohei Ohtani, standing alone in front of his locker, quietly wiping the sweat from his face. When the rookie from the opposing team suddenly appeared in front of him, Ohtani's eyes widened in surprise, his face clearly saying, "Huh?" Facing him, Misiorowski, nervous but resolute, held out the jersey he had brought with him. "I have a request. Could you sign my jersey in exchange for yours?" That was the reason behind the outrageous visit. He wanted an autograph from the player he had admired for so long. With the crushing weight of a loss still hanging in the air, and the added tension of an unannounced visit, the atmosphere was suffocating. After a brief moment of surprise, Ohtani immediately understood everything. What he saw wasn't disrespect from someone breaking the rules. What he saw was a single baseball kid, driven by nothing but pure admiration. Someone who had rushed in without thinking about the consequences, guided only by his love for the game and the player standing in front of him. The unbelievable God-tier response Ohtani showed. When Ohtani looked into the young man's sincere, straight-on eyes, the tension in his face softened. In an instant, his expression turned into a gentle smile, almost like he'd caught someone in a harmless prank. He quietly took the pen that was handed to him and began carefully signing the opposing team's jersey. Relieved by what he was seeing, Misiorowski, clearly overwhelmed, kept talking, as if the words were pouring out all at once. "Thank you so much. Actually, my family back in Milwaukee, they're all huge fans of yours." Hearing that, Ohtani suddenly stood up, as if an idea had just crossed his mind. And then, unbelievably, he opened his own locker without hesitation and pulled out several brand-new jerseys of his own. But the surprises didn't stop there. Ohtani then grabbed several of his own high-end pro-model bats, the ones he actually uses in games, and handed all of them to Misiorowski. "These are for your family." It was an unimaginable gift, something no one could have ever expected. Misiorowski was left completely speechless, his eyes lighting up like a kid's, overwhelmed with emotion. What he received wasn't just memorabilia. For a major league player, a bat is everything. It's the very tool that carries a ball player's soul. And yet Ohtani gave them away without hesitation to a young opponent he had just faced that same day, a rookie who had even taken him deep with a home run. Dodgers staff members who witnessed the entire moment from a distance later shared this excitedly in an interview with MLB's official site. "I've never seen a superstar interact with a young player from the opposing team so naturally and so warmly. It was like an older brother giving his favorite toys to a beloved younger brother." Misiorowski kept repeating, his voice trembling, "Thank you. Thank you so much." But the actions of this fearless monster rookie were far from over. The boldness of the fearless rookie and the calm, thoughtful composure of Ohtani. Freed from his tension and emboldened by Ohtani's overwhelming kindness, Misiorowski took things one step further and made a request that left everyone within earshot in disbelief. "Thank you so much. If you don't mind, there's more I'd love to talk about. How about dinner tonight, somewhere in Milwaukee?" An opposing player, a rookie, and the same guy who had just given up a home run earlier that day, inviting him out to dinner. After one unbelievable move after another, even Ohtani paused, a puzzled look crossing his face, as if to say, "Well, that's..." But Ohtani quickly regained his composure and, as if gently guiding him, declined the offer, calmly but firmly. "I truly appreciate the feeling, but it's better not to do that tonight. It could cause problems for you." Behind those words was Ohtani's deep concern for protecting the future of this young talent. What Ohtani was worried about went far beyond team dynamics or contract issues. Shohei Ohtani is now a global icon. Every move he makes is reported around the world. A two-way superstar and a highly watched rookie from a rival team, having a private dinner in the middle of a tense team situation. If that information were to leak, Misiorowski could easily be labeled as colluding with the enemy. Dragged into unnecessary media scrums and criticism from fans, Ohtani instantly knew that this young man's pure admiration should never become an obstacle to his promising career. What was simply consideration for Ohtani became a heavy, unforgettable lesson in professionalism for Misiorowski. And almost as if Ohtani's concern had been proven right, Misiorowski's phone suddenly began to ring loudly. It was a call from the Brewers' manager and front office. "Yes, sir. I understand. I'll be right there," he replied, snapping to attention like a soldier. Turning back to Ohtani, he said, "Thank you. We'll definitely meet again." Promising a reunion before leaving the locker room, clearly reluctant to go. At that point, it was clear. He couldn't stay in enemy territory any longer. This was the exact moment he got scolded by the team. The reckless yet pure passion of a young player, the depth of Ohtani's character in receiving it, and his calm, protective judgment to shield that young talent. This entire off-the-field moment sent waves through baseball fans across America. And there's still one more die-hard Ohtani fan on the Brewers. Another young Brewer is also a massive Ohtani fan. 21-year-old outfielder Jackson Chourio. He, too, was deeply moved by Ohtani's play, to the point of tears. In the same game where Misiorowski gave up the leadoff home run, Chourio was stationed in center field. Talking about the sound off Ohtani's bat, he said, "No joke. I've never heard anything like that before. It sounded like a lightning strike." But what shocked him the most wasn't the sound. What stuck with me the most was seeing even kids who were Brewers fans standing up and shouting, "Ohtani, this is our home." And yet everyone was cheering for a player from the opposing team. Watching that scene, Chourio was taken back to when he first started playing baseball in Venezuela, when he loved the game purely for what it was. He realized how, somewhere along the way, he had become focused only on winning as a pro. And before he knew it, tears started to fall. Shohei reminds everyone of the beauty of baseball and the purity of the game itself, he said. Another teammate, Brewers infielder Bryce Turang, also experienced Ohtani's almost unimaginable character firsthand. In one game, Ohtani was on first base and attempted to steal. The catcher's throw skipped on the dirt and slammed directly into Ohtani's abdomen. Ohtani let out a sharp gasp and collapsed to the ground, his face twisted in pain. Covering the bag, Turang immediately called out, "Are you okay?" And then, despite barely being able to breathe from the pain, Ohtani lifted his head and, incredibly, tried to reassure the very player on the other side. "This is part of the game. Don't worry about it. I knew there was a risk like this the moment I decided to run." Turang later said, in disbelief, "I couldn't believe it. Shohei was clearly hurting, and yet he was comforting me." Even in that extreme moment, he was thinking about the opponent in front of him. And in that instant, Turang said he felt the true greatness of Ohtani, not just as a player, but as a human being. And behind their tears and disbelief was something far deeper. The true impact of Shohei Ohtani, one that goes far beyond a simple feel-good story. What Ohtani brings to Major League Baseball. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts put it this way when speaking about him. What Shohei brings to this team can't be measured by numbers. He shows respect to opposing players and has the heart to encourage them. His very presence is the emotional backbone of this team. Those words from Roberts perfectly capture who Shohei Ohtani truly is. This story began with the reckless, rule-breaking actions of a monster rookie. The pure passion of, "I don't care if the team gets mad at me." The unbelievable gifts Ohtani gave in response. And the tears shed in the postseason. A warmth and depth of respect that can't be measured by wins, losses, or stats alone. That is the real reason why Shohei Ohtani is loved and respected across teams, across borders, and across the entire world. His incredible achievements speak for themselves. But when you see his sincerity, his integrity, and the way he respects everyone, teammate or opponent alike, it fills us as fans with pride and a quiet warmth, reminding us to stand a little straighter ourselves.
Thanks for watching all the way through. What did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to follow Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey. See you in the next one.